Hello everyone. So I was digging in the Murder Miners files, just trying to try to find super secret stuff, and I found the block textures. And if you click on them, there's a secret box here, the smiley face for the rocket. This is the icon for Big Daddy 2, which is a dev on the game. And here's some other things here. But this is a secret block right here, which is not used, but it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. And this is also cool because that's a smiley face for the rocket. Because if you didn't know, the rocket, when you shoot it, has a smiley face on the front of it. Also, there's info, like text here. I'm not gonna read through it, but you can pause and read through that stuff. There's also info here. You can read through that if you want. Oh, how to crash the game. I probably shouldn't tell that. And then, yeah, I've just been digging through the files. You know, not much else. I bet you could like put a map into the default maps file, and then you would get that. Textures. I wonder if you could find like helmets. Miner. Then I wonder if the Majora's Mask could be found in here. You could probably, I don't know how this stuff works. I don't want to open the file. Sorry. Probably I've drank too much pop. Like here's all the textures basically that you can use, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool stuff. I mean, the only cool thing that I saw was the pictures. Block properties. Which, you know, code spaghetti. I don't understand it. But yeah, this is cool stuff. Yeah, gotta love the code. Oh my god, there's a lot of code spaghetti. Look at all that. That's so much. Oh my god. No wonder MMX is going through so much dev hell. Hover bike textures, more textures. You know, nothing special. Configuration, which is even more code. Well, not much code at all, actually. Huh, config file. I wonder what this is. What is this file? I want to know what this file does. I'll try to get it to work. Alright, here. I'll try to get this super secret website going. Might not work, might work. Who knows? Oh! Am I finding secrets? Possibly. What? What? What am I doing? I don't know what they're talking about. Scott Lawaz, tell me. Hey, Scott. Tell me what it is. Scott, you know what you're talking. Yes, Scott. Freaking Scott, man. Anyway, you know, I'm just browsing through the files, just seeing what I can look at. Here's the actual game. Company J-Force. Whoa, it's made by J-Force? I didn't know that. Pretty sure it wasn't created in 2020. Huh? A noise? Big Black Block Game Studio. What's this noise? Oh, that's not good. J-Tools, made by Microsoft. Big Black Block Game Studios. What's a big black box? Aha! I probably haven't seen it, gotten anything. It's made by it's a German studio. Yep, I don't care about cookies. Do you think I care about your cookies? I don't know what I'm doing in this video, really. I'm just browsing the data. Basically, audio, that's pretty cool. Models. I think I looked over the models already. Skybox, textures, preloaded, shell skybox. Perhaps, what is in the models? Minor. Mesh. There's quite a bit of mesh. Spider-Man. The secret Spider-Man helmet. The secret Spider-Man helmet. Audio. Sound bank. I should probably download something that can read all these files. But I don't know how. Anyway, I have some Scott the Woz to watch. So, I'll see you later. Yeah. Critical freaking out.
Each standard world has around 8 or so levels, with special levels thrown in as well. This includes enemy blockades, mystery house challenges, which are basically gauntlets where you have to fully beat each challenge in a row to win, and Captain Toad levels. These levels are 3D maze-like boxes where you control Captain Toad who can't jump. These levels would then lead to the spin-off title Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is basically an entire game of these types of levels. These are fun little distractions, and they're spread out pretty evenly throughout the game. These are accessed via the world map, which is different compared to other Mario games. Think a 2D overworld map, such as the one in Mario World, but you can move around in a 3D space. This is completely superfluous. It's cool, but doesn't add anything to the game. There are random little secrets, but most of the time they amount to nothing more than finding a 1-up or a few coins. Standard levels in 3D World are structured like an everyday Mario level, just get from point A to point B. Just like 3D Land, 3D World is structured as a 2D Mario game, but playable in 3D. The playable characters retain a few of Mario's moves from his 3D outing, so moves like the long jump, ground pound, climbing, and so on. It was like this in Mario 3D Land as well, and these moves aren't necessary at all, but are fun to fool around with or use expertly if you're a seasoned pro. To be fair, they weren't necessary in the traditional 3D Mario games, but there were more areas where the moves were useful. These moves help the game feel a bit more like a traditional 3D Mario game, so while the level design feels straight out of New Super Mario Bros., you can still long jump, for example. Controls are more restrictive than any other 3D Mario. You can only move in 8 directions, which is already a step down from 3D Land's 12. This was done more than likely due to the more precise platforming needed in the game compared to Mario's other 3D outings, and due to the lack of 3D coming from 3D Land, it makes sense to lock the player into a certain angle so it's easier to make a jump. There are 2 levels of running here. The first one is just a standard run, but suddenly Mario poofs out a dash out of nowhere. Some have complained that this has led to their untimely deaths totally in real life, but I think it's fine. It doesn't really add anything, but I sometimes find myself running in circles to get to my top speed. I'm fine with how Mario controls here. There are some definite differences from previous games, but they're completely usable and it still feels like Mario. There are 2 types of collectibles in each level. One is the green star, in which there are 3 of each per standard stage. These act as the star coins / medals from New Super Mario Bros. And Mario 3D Land respectively. These are required to access the rest of the game, so they act similarly to stars and shines in the traditional 3D Mario games in that regard. In fact, I'm pretty sure they made them stars instead of star coins to make this game feel like Galaxy, and Galaxy 2 specifically. The other collectible is the stamp,
What is this
which
block?
is completely optional. These can be used on Miiverse and are superfluous to beating the game, but to get to the final world, you're going to have to nab them all. There are more power-ups than ever in 3D World, with the headliner this time being the cat suit. It's great and allows for more exploration, but that just makes me wonder how great this would have been in a more sandboxy Mario game. The double cherry is cool, but it's only used to access areas that say you need blank amount of players to access this. I always felt like that was cheap and just really uncreative. The double cherry could have been an excuse to add creative puzzles that require multiple players. And hey, if you're playing in single player,
Hey guys,
double
what's up?
cherry
It's
can
Miles
be
here and welcome
used
back
for
to
said
another video. So lately I've been making a ton of YouTube tip videos and I thought I'd throw it back into a tutorial because that's what I originally built my channel from. I know not all of us can afford expensive programs like Photoshop, so that's why in this video I'll be showing you a free Photoshop alternative that you won't need to do any downloads for at all, other than of course saving your completed thumbnail at the end. If you guys end up enjoying the video and you want me to bring back the tutorials on my channel, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new of course, and maybe even turn on post notifications as well. I literally only upload once a week. That's it. I'm not going to be spamming your phone with uploads and it would really mean a lot to me. Like I said before, this tutorial doesn't really require any downloads at all other than saving your final thumbnail at the end. All you will need is a computer or a laptop. Literally that's it. If you guys want me to make a mobile version of this video, definitely let me know in the comment section below and I'll get on that as soon as possible. Anyways, once you have your computer or laptop open, head over to photop.com and once you're there, scroll down on your browser, and if you've ever used Photoshop before, you'll notice right away that this is a very similar layout to how Photoshop actually looks. But cool thing about it is you can literally open up Photoshop files on here. So if you ever download like a thumbnail template off of YouTube or the internet or like a graphics pack or something like that, you can literally open it up from here without ever having to pay for Photoshop. Anyways, when you're here, hit new project from here, and then right away you're going to be able to change your width and your height dimensions. So you want to change this to 1280 and change this to 720. But one thing you want to make sure you do is change the background from white to transparent. So once you're done with that, you can hit OK and you should be greeted with a page like this one right here. Photoshop before, you'll notice right away that this is a very similar layout to how Photoshop actually looks. But cool thing about it is you can
Da, 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 da. Jesus. Gameplay. Fortnite. Murder Miners Fortnite. Secret Fortnite. As you can see here, there is a Fortnite. As you can see here, these Fortniters are Fortniting. The Murder Miners Fortnite collection. The Murder Miners Fortnite collection. Dancing is what I do. Secret. Fortnite? You just got clickbaited by the Fortnite. Photo P online is a P that's made out of photo. Oh my god, stop. Oh my fucking god. Stop being so itchy. Oh my.
Literally open up Photoshop files on here. So if you ever download like a thumbnail template off of YouTube or the internet or like a graphics pack or something like that, you can literally open it up from here without ever having to pay for Photoshop. Anyways, when you're here, hit new project from here, and then right away you're gonna be able to change your width and your height dimensions. So you want to change this to 1280 and change this to 720. But one thing you want to make sure you do is change the background from white to transparent. So once you're done with that, you can hit OK, and you should be greeted with a page like this one right here. So like I said before, this is basically an online version of Photoshop, which is really cool because you don't have to do any downloads at all other than like saving your final file. Anyways, when I make my thumbnails, I like to start them off by first finding a background. So when you are looking for pictures online, there's hundreds of options that you can pick from. Popular ones covered often, which I will show you guys on the screen right now, are like the grunge style wallpapers and even like the galaxy style wallpapers. So for this, I'm going to search up 1280 x 720 and then droplets wallpaper. So right away, my search from yesterday came up, so I'm going to hit that, and then I'm going to go to images right away. And I think the one I used yesterday when I was like making this video like for fun was this one right here, because I really like it, and right away you can see it's in 1280 x 720, and if I highlight over it too, it says 1280 x 720 right here. So when you're searching for something on the internet like a thumbnail wallpaper, it's really important to make sure that you added like your constraints right here, right? So since I know that my thumbnail dimensions are 1280 pixels by 720 pixels, we can type that in with our Google search to help us get better suited images. So anyways, once you do find the actual background that you want to use, all you have to do is right click it and then go to save image as. Save as literally whatever you want to save it as. I'm just going to save it to my desktop, and I'll just name it like water droplets really quick. Hit save right here. And as you can see, it did get downloaded to my computer. So now I'm going to go back to Photo P. I'm going to go to edit, and then I'm going to hit, actually no, it's not edit. I'm going to go to file, and I'm going to go to open in place. So what this means is you can open a file from your computer and you can place it directly into your canvas. So what I just said was water droplets. I'll click that and I'll hit open. And as you can see, now it is in my canvas. And straight off the bat, I can kind of like move it around if I want to. And I can also make it bigger by like dragging on this corner and like, you know, just dragging it around. But I did like how it was before, so I'm just going to bring it back to that. And then all you have to do is just hit this checkbox right here, and it should be good to go. If you have another file that you want to add onto your thumbnail from your computer, we can do the exact same thing. So I know a lot of YouTubers like to use like arrows and like random funny pictures and things like that. So all you have to do is just go to file. Once again, go to open in place, which is going to just open up a file from your computer and just place it into your canvas. I have a random thing of a hot dog right here, so I don't know. I'm just going to see what it is. Oh, okay, this is just from my Discord server, which you guys can join if you guys do want to. Should be on the screen right now. But anyways, yeah, so once you have it in your canvas, all you have to do is just hit this checkbox and you should be good to go. If you ever want to like move it around in the future, you can just click this little move tool right here. make sure that you are selected on the layer that you want to move, and then you can just click it and just drag it around. It's pretty cool. Anyways, if you guys do want to like resize something that you have like in your canvas, you can go to edit and you can go to free transform, and when you hit that, you'll have like a whole like square show up around the picture that you're selected on your layers right here. And then from there you can just drag around and you can basically like resize the picture however you want to. I'm just gonna say, oh man, this looks amazing. So all I have to do from here is just hit this checkbox and we should be good to go. Also, this is probably something that I should address already, but if you guys do want to like zoom in and out of your canvas, all you have to do is hold the Alt key on your keyboard. It should be to the left of the spacebar, and then all you have to do from there, just scroll in or scroll out, and literally it will zoom in and out. Pretty straightforward, but I thought I'd show you guys how to do that anyways. So moving on from that, another thing that we can do is add effects to the layers that we have in our project. I personally like to add effects to my thumbnails, especially in my background. It's probably something that you guys have noticed if you guys have ever looked at my thumbnails closely. So let's do that really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and select my background layer right here. Then from there I'm going to go to filter, and you're going to see all these options right here that you can actually use. And I'm going to go ahead and add a Gaussian blur, because I feel like that usually looks pretty clean. So I'm going to go to blur, go to Gaussian blur. And since I'm selected on my water droplets background, it has automatically added a blur to the background, right? But the hot dog is still normal. Right here, you can like kind of like pick how detailed you want the blur to be, right? So I can bring it back down, right? So like this is closer to like how it looked before, as like a really HD image, but usually like I had like a blur of like maybe like 7 pixels, right? So like you can still kind of see the background, but it's much blurrier than it was before. And if you like uncheck this preview thing right here, you can kind of like see it before and after. So let's say that I like this, right? Like at 6.6 pixels, I'll just click OK. And now the background is blurred. So anyways, now that we have done that effect, another thing that I want to show you guys is how you can actually make the colors pop more in your thumbnails. And to do that, select the layer that you want to edit. So for this, I'm just going to go ahead and do this to the hot dog image. So I'm going to select that. Then from there, all you want to do is go to, I believe, image, go to adjustments, and right away we want to go to hue/saturation. And right from here, you're actually able to like play with the colors more, make them more vibrant and things like that. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. So I'll just drag that right here so you guys can see like both this and the hot dog at the same time. So while I drag these around, make sure that you pay attention to the hot dog and just see like the colors changing, the brightness changing, things like that, right? So I'll go ahead and start out with the basics, right? So this is like the lightness. If I drag it down, it gets darker. If I drag it up, it gets much lighter, right? But you really don't want to edit, like play around with this too much. But the one that I really like to change around is the saturation, right? So if I drag it up, as you can see, like now the hot dog is getting much more vibrant, and obviously like when you drag it up to the max, it just looks like deep fried, I guess, if that makes sense, but I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna drag it back down to like maybe like honestly like 20 looks pretty cool, right? And if I hit this check right here, you can see that it looks way more vibrant. It looks way cooler when I have the saturation higher. So I'm gonna keep it at 20, and hue is pretty self-explanatory. As you can see, like this is what happens, but I'm gonna keep that back at 0. And I think it looks pretty good like this. So I'm just gonna hit OK. And
Why do you have it?
Also, a quick tip in case you guys do want to add like more pictures from your computer onto like Photopea or like into your canvas, you can literally just open up your file explorer and just drag the picture that you have on your computer into your canvas, right? And there you go. Now we actually have it. There is a chance that it might show up behind like your background wallpaper or something. Like here's mine right here, right? So all I have to do to fix that, hit the checkbox right here and just drag it back up on top of the background, and there it is. Honestly, just ignore this picture. It's just like a funny picture that I have for my Discord server. But anyways, like that's how you can actually add pictures from your computer instead of going to like file and then open in place and things like that. Like that can just take too much work. Just open up your file explorer and just drag and drop. It's pretty simple. And whenever you want to like actually delete a layer, all you have to do is just drag it down to this recycling bin right here, drop it on there, and it's gone. Pretty simple. Also, another quick tip for when you guys are looking for images to use in your thumbnails, when you're actually searching for something, always be sure to type in PNG at the end so that our image is actually transparent. For example, something I was doing last night was looking up a money bag PNG. There you go, money bag PNG. I'll go to images and I can show you guys an example right away. So a PNG is when it looks like a full-on normal picture, right? Like this one right here, it's just looking like a normal picture. But when I click it, then you can see like a faded out like gray checkered background, and that means this is a PNG. And what that means is there's not going to be like a white background or like a different colored background in the back. All we're going to get when we save this is going to be the money bag. So I'm going to right click it, go to save image as, just save it to your computer, right? Pretty simple. I can go back to Photopea, and if I'm right, I should just be able to drag and drop it right here. Awesome, yeah, so there you go. I can close out of this now, and now we have our money bag right here, and there's no background right here, so I can just go ahead. And also one thing I do want to tell you guys right away is sometimes when you're like dragging this around, like you can kind of like ruin the proportions of the image that you're playing with. So to actually avoid doing that, all you have to do is just hold shift on your keyboard and then just drag it down, and it will always keep these same proportions no matter how you drag it. I drag it sideways, up and down, it's always keeping the same kind of like proportions all around, which is really cool. So another cool thing that I want to show you guys is you can actually duplicate layers, right? So we have this money bag right here. If I want to, actually before I do that, something I want to do is actually lower the opacity.
Okay,
because right now,
okay,
like,
get
you can
out of
see it
here,
pretty clearly,
stupid text
but
box.
I don't
want
the main focus
text.
of this. I want the hot dog and the text that I'm going to add later to be the main focus of it. So what I can do right here, make sure I'm selecting the
Why is it locked?
Click here and then just lower the opacity. And as you can see, when I lower the opacity, the picture becomes almost invisible, right? Like it kind of like lowers the visibility of what you're actually lowering the opacity for. That looks about right. Yeah, I think that looks fine. I think I'm gonna drag it. Make sure that you are on the move tool. Then I'm gonna drag it up right here. There you go. So what I wanted to show you guys before was how you can actually duplicate layers. So let's say that I want to have another money bag that looks exactly like this one. I can click this and drag it to the thing right next to the actual trash can. It's like this little paper thing with like the bottom corner like lifted up. That actually means duplicate. So I'm gonna drop it there, and now we have a second money bag. So I can keep doing that. I'll do that maybe, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times, right? So that seems fine. So now we have 4 money bags total, but it just looks like they're all in the same place. So I'll go to the second one right here, make sure that I'm on the move tool, and I can drag it down. There you go. Now we have another one. I can go to the third one, drag it down right here, go to the fourth one, and drag it down right here. So now we have like 4 money bags in total. I think I'm gonna add one more just for like, you know, safe touch or whatever. I don't know what the right word for that is, but yeah, there you go. We have like 5 money bags right there. Looks perfect. And yeah, so that's like how you can duplicate layers. And now the next thing that I want to show you guys is how you can actually add text to your thumbnail. So to do that, just hit the text type tool right here. When you click it, it will actually load up a font. It might take you a couple seconds, and then from there you can just click right here and you can start typing. Usually like the text size is much smaller. I think it's still saved from when I was actually using my like this website earlier in the morning. So I'm just gonna bring this down to like 15 because I think that's what it starts at. But honestly, if you're just like starting out with your thumbnail right now, just drag this guy all the way back up to like 163 or something and just start typing in. And the first thing that you want to do is just pick your font from here. The cool thing about this website is that you can actually load fonts that you have saved on your computer. So if you have like the font file saved somewhere, like in your documents or something, you can literally load it into Photopea, which is super awesome. One of the fonts that I really like on this website is called, I already have it selected, yeah, Distant Galaxy. I think it looks really fun, boldy, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna select right there. I can go ahead and minimize that, and I can just start typing. So I think I'm gonna make, oh wait, it's not typing. Oh, I gotta click right here. Sorry, my bad. So I think I'm gonna make this thumbnail about how to make money. So I'm just gonna make like 3 different lines of text. How to make, and wait, I'm gonna drag that guy down a bit. And then we'll do one more, money. There you go. I still think it's so funny that we just have a random hot dog right here. I don't know. He's chilling. He's taller as well. I think that looks pretty cool. And I think that does not look too bad. Obviously, it doesn't look amazing, but just trust me, we're gonna make this look much better in a second. This black text, it looks pretty boring, and it just doesn't look cool or pops out at you, right? So let's go ahead and change that. The first thing I want to do is double click on the make layer right here. And it's going to open up the layer style option, right? So one thing that we can do right away is just change the text color to white because I feel like that usually pops more on thumbnails. So I'll go to color overlay, click that, and it's automatically white. And you can change the color by clicking here, going around, change it to whatever you want to change it to. Once you select your color, just click OK and you should be good to go. And I think another thing that I want to do is probably add a stroke. And what a stroke is that it's essentially double click on the make layer right here. And it's going to open up the layer style option, right? So one thing that we can do right away is just change the text color to white because I feel like that usually pops more on thumbnails. So I'll go to color overlay, click that, and it's automatically white. And you can change the color by clicking here, going around, change it to whatever you want to change it to. Once you select your color, just click OK and you should be good to go. And I think another thing that I want to do is probably add a stroke. And what a stroke is that it's essentially like a solid line that goes around all the text. And you can do it on literally any kind of layer style. It doesn't just have to be like the text. It can be like the hot dog. It can be like the money bags that we have right here. It can literally be anything. So, alright, so I'm going to keep that 9. And I'm going to keep the color overlay at white. And literally feel free to play around with this as much as you want to. You can add like a drop shadow if you want to. And now we have like a little shadow behind all the text. I think that looks pretty cool actually now that I think about it. And then I can hit OK right here. And since I already did this to the make layer, I can literally just right click it, go to layer style and hit copy. Then I can go to the money one, right click it, go to layer style and just hit paste. And there you go. All the settings from this got applied to this. It's really cool how like advanced this website truly is. And it honestly makes me feel like I'm using Photoshop, but just online. And yeah, honestly guys, I keep laughing at the fact that we still just have a hot dog chilling right here with a bunch of money behind him. Like, did he rob a bank or something? I don't know. Oh wait, let's go ahead and actually add some layer stuff to the hot dog because it looks pretty plain right now, right? So double click the hot dog layer. Now we have the layer style thing that opens up. I can go. Let's go ahead and just add like an outer glow. Click that. Yeah, I think the opacity at like 100 probably looks the best. Yeah. Honestly, this looks so funny. Like the hot dog is he just robbed a bank or something. I have no idea. But anyways, hit
Dude,
OK right here.
shut
and there
up.
you go. Like it looks like our
Stop
thumbnail is now complete.
talking.
Of course, like I said before, if you put more time into it, you can make it look insanely better. Feel free to download thumbnail templates off of YouTube and try opening them up like in this software. And anyways, when you are done with your thumbnail, to save your file,
Shut
just go to
up.
File,
Dude, that's like
go to
so
Export
funny.
As,
Oh
and
my
save
god,
it as
oh
a
my god, it's so
PNG.
funny. A hot
Which can
dog
be this person
friggin'
right
robbed a
here. If you do
bank.
wanna save this part to
Isn't
your
that
file, you can come
funny?
back to it by going to File,
Yeah, I
go to
freaking
Save as
understand
PSD,
how
and then you can just
funny
save
it
to
is.
like your
How
computer, and then you can open it up
hilariously
later on whenever
funny
you wanna
your
come back to it.
stupid
So
hot
I'm
dog
just
is.
gonna save
Now
the file
shut
onto my
up.
computer, export as PNG. You can literally just make sure this is all good to go. Keep the quality at 100%. Hit save right here. Hit save right here. Now I'm gonna open it up, and there you go. We have our final thumbnail right here, ready to go. And yeah, guys, that really does wrap it up for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. As PSD, and then you can just save it to like your honestly software. And anyways, when you are done with your thumbnail, to save your file, just go to File. Go to Export As, and then save it as a PNG. It's gonna be
Save it as a PNG. I will save it as a PNG. I'm saving it as a PNG. How does it look? I am an amazing thumbnail maker. Whoa, that's crazy. That new block, it's like a freaking, it's a new block. Oh my god. The thumbnail's a joke. Don't question that name. Don't question that name. I don't know, dude. That's like so funny because he's like dead, and it's kind of funny. It's cool. It's so funny. So funny. Oh my god, guys, this is so funny. It's like kind of funny. Go to save as PSD. No, don't save as PSD. Save, export as, save as PNG. It's freaking. It's kind of funny. I gotta edit my video. Hello, everybody. I'm editing a video with DaVinci Resolve. Oh my god. The greatest video editor ever created by a human. How do I know how to use it? Now, do I know how to use it well? Yeah, kinda. Horses in the bag. Horses in the bag. I thought. OMG Fortnite? I got the horses in the bag. Horses in the bag. Horses in the bag. Got the horses in the bag. Horses in the bag. Testing, 1, 2, 3. like kind of secret Fortnite. I was browsing. Hey guys, I was browsing the murder miner file thing. I don't know what the frick you call it, huh? You know what it's called? Yeah, you don't. You don't. I was browsing the local files of murder miners because. Hello, everybody. I was browsing the local files of murder miners and I came across this. Also, don't ask why I was browsing the local files. Look at this super duper secret FBI crap. This is like classified crap that I just came across. Also, my photo thing isn't working. What the frick? Photos work. Open it. There's alpha and there's classic. They're two different things. You know how game changing this is? And look, that secret block. Dev, if you're watching this, what is that block? I need to know what that block is used for. Also, that's freaking a profile picture of Big Daddy 2. This guy, this dude, and Penny, and this freaking smile on the rocket, and this stuff. This is game breaking. What are these blocks? Oh yeah, this is the alpha. Yeah, this is the alpha crap. This is the old textures. I wonder if there's a way to put this into your like game as a texture pack. I don't know how that stuff works. And here's the new stuff. I think it's the new stuff at least. And as you see, it's still the same stuff down here and different stuff over here. But that block, purple block, I want to know what that block is. It's super secret, and I made the greatest thumbnail ever, and it's not clickbait. If you think that thumbnail's clickbait, then you're just full of stupid in the head. You're just stupid. Anyway, guys, that's gonna end my investigation on the new murder miners block that isn't even in the game. And you need to add this block into the game right now. This purple block, it needs to be in the game right now. Okay, bye.